Here's a tight, direct 6 to 8 minute read. Clean analysis of the Rashid Shaheed Steelers rumor and what it would actually mean on the field and for Pittsburgh's season. No notes, no labels, just the content. If the Steelers swing for Rashid Shaheed, they're buying speed, field stretching, and cheap short-term salary relief. Three things that should appeal to a team that suddenly feels like it needs more vertical juice behind DK Metcalf. Shaheed is having a productive 2025, 39 catches for 431 yards through 7 games and a modest cap hit about $4.46 this year. He's under contract on a 1-year deal, so he's an expendable asset the Saints could move for the right return. ESPN.com, why the Steelers would call, quick payoff, little long-term risk. Pittsburgh's offense under Rodgers is trying to arrest a recurring problem. Third down drives sputtering and a lack of reliable downfield separation beyond Metcalf. Adding Shaheed buys a few immediate tactical things. More consistent vertical threat on single coverage, easier deep shot reads for Rodgers, and route diversity on intermediate crossers, verticals that stretch coverages and open seams for tight ends. Because Shaheed costs modestly against the cap and is on an expiring deal, the Steelers wouldn't be mortgaging future seasons to upgrade a roster that still looks playoff capable this year. SI, what Shaheed actually brings on tape. He's fast, sudden, and thrives in space. He's not a 6'3" X receiver who wins with size. He wins by getting vertical separation, beating defensive backs on timing routes, and turning short completions into chunk plays. In the right scheme, he forces safeties to honor the vertical seam, which helps route combinations that free up a tight end and create easier third down conversions. He's also played special teams roles in his career, which increases immediate utility for a team that needs every roster spot to matter. NewOrleansSaints.com, where the risk hides. Rashid isn't a bona fide number one. His averages and touchdown totals don't scream elite big play scorer across the season. His 20-25 yards per catch sits in the low double digits, and while that's useful, it isn't elite field stretching in isolation. If the Steelers acquire him and expect him to instantly dominate single coverage, they could be disappointed. His best fit is as a complementary high-efficiency vertical threat, not a full replacement for a true alpha receiver. Also, the Saints are reportedly willing to listen if they get the right price. That usually means Pittsburgh will have to surrender mid-round draft capital or a rotational player. That cost-benefit calculus matters in a division as tight as the AFC North. ESPN.com, how Pittsburgh would realistically use him. Expect the Steelers to fold Shaheed into a small set of plays that maximize his strengths: verticals, seam fills on play action, and crafted one-on-one isolations where Rodgers can take a clean shot. Add a package of quick outs, shallow crossers, and jet motion to force second-level defenders out of the box. If the Saints' defensive film is any guide, Shaheed can convert those into chunk gains. Special team snaps would be gravy. Schematically, he's a space tempo player, exactly the kind of veteran QB like Rodgers can exploit with timing routes. NewOrleansSaints.com. Cap, contract, and trade mechanics, quickly. Shaheed's 2025 cap hit, $44.46, keeps the price low for the rest of this season. That's attractive for a team that may not want to restructure core salaries. Because he's on an expiring deal, the Saints' leverage is time-limited. Either they trade him for value now or risk losing him in free agency with no guarantee of return. Multiple outlets note the Saints would listen if compensation is right, which pushes the idea that a mid-round pick or a conditional package is the likeliest currency. Spot track counter-arguments, why it might not happen. 1. The Steelers might want a bigger contested catch receiver rather than a speedster. That's a different type of target than Shaheed. 2. The Saints may price him higher than Pittsburgh is willing to pay, especially to a division rival. Teams generally demand more when trading within the conference. 3. Pittsburgh's bigger and more urgent hole could still be on defense. Sacrificing assets for offense could leave the defense worse and net neutral for their playoff odds. Several analysts flag the defense as the primary fix. Newsweek. If they do make the trade, short timeline to integrate. Any in-season deal has immediate wrinkles, learning route concepts, timing with the QB, special teams responsibilities. But Shaheed's profile, straight line speed plus timing routes, is the kind of role that integrates faster than a route tree volume receiver, because the reads and leverage are simpler. You'd expect tangible returns inside 2 to 3 games if the offensive staff designs plays for quick connection and wins single coverage matchups. So the payoff window is reasonable for a team in win now mode. TheDraftNetwork.com. Bottom line, bluntly, this is a plausible, logical move for the Steelers if their front office wants a low-risk, high-immediacy upgrade on the perimeter. Shaheed checks the cheap, available, and useful boxes. He won't fix every problem, but he can unstick a passing game that needs to convert more third downs and create explosive plays for Rodgers. The real question is price and priorities. Do the Steelers pay mid-round capital for a complementary speed receiver, or do they wait for a defender or a bigger-bodied pass catcher? Either choice is defensible. Shaheed is just the kind of plug-and-play target a team in playoff mode is likely to pursue. Bleacher Report. If you want a single takeaway to drop into a short video or caption, Shaheed is cheap, fast, and ready now. Not a franchise-altering star, but exactly the kind of role player who can turn contested single coverage into consistent downfield options for Aaron Rodgers. Trade? Makes sense. Price? That's the deal breaker. ESPN.com, if you want, I can now A, tighten this into a 60 to 90 second social script, or B, expand to a full 8-minute narrated breakdown with play diagram suggestions and a mock trade package. Which do you want next?